When you get it in the boxes, you get two boxes. So you get the side unit and then you get the intake. And this is a split air conditioner. They come in two different boxes. We're gonna set it up today here on the wall and see how it looks. So let's go ahead and get started. Look at the air conditioner, it's coming out good. Setting it up was a breeze. This is an outside view. If you can see the air conditioner, we're setting it up. We drilled the hole so we could set up the electrical work. Junction box. Estas pipas. In this scenario, we're actually doing waterproofing and cleaning out the pipes. Anything that's in there, we're trying to flush it out, make sure it's all nice and clean prior to setting it up. So we have electrical running too also, and that's the next step we're gonna do. Here we are setting up a new breakers for our actual power to run into the system. We want to separate it, the actual breaker, so if the whole system goes down, we know exactly where to turn it back on. Here it is, electrical work has been completed. The duct pipes have been actually covered. We took out, make sure that there's no pressure, that pressure wasn't leaking anywhere. We did waterproofing on the top, all right? That's important, so it won't leak. We elevated at least a couple inches, 2 to 2.5 inches elevation. It's guaranteed so it could work. And in case any flooding or anything happens, at least it's off the ground. That's a mandatory thing. So you are gonna have to have investment into something like this. I would suggest hiring somebody to do the work to set up. Electrical work is very important. That's one of the most important things. It's a couple months you have to come in, have it maintenance because it does need fluid. You do need that. We're going to talk a little bit more about the inside too. So this is a plus to have power out here and have the system off the ground. You are going to need some space. The junction box is right here. If you guys can see it right next to it, where I'm going to be distributing the power to the system itself. The pipe, I covered it up so nothing's going to show. I did not do the work. I hired somebody to do the work, just to let you guys know. All right, this room gets extremely hot during the day. I have a fan, but this is a lifesaver. So I'm gonna show you guys how hot it is right now. So I have studio lights, I'm working on projects. It's about 90 degrees in here. It's hot. It hit this room. There's not insulated on the top. It's a small little room. It's about 12 by 12, but I accumulate a lot of heat with all the lighting, computers running, the 3D printers, and then the fan and the sun coming in, not working. The fan's not helping at all. It just circulates air, hot air, pretty much. But let me show you guys what's new and what's hot. This thing here, it's a split air conditioner. This is a great product. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it and give you some more details on it, all right? Now, setting it up, you're gonna need some help, or if you're an electrician and you have a knowledge of electrician and soldering, you can do this yourself. Let's talk a little bit about things maintenance, all right? You're gonna have to clean these filters up, all right? They're not dirty right now. There's also another additional thing you should be aware. All right, I wanna show you guys, this is where you actually plug in the USB. It's a wireless this is actually to wire and automatically control the unit itself. It's located right underneath the actual door bay, all right? So it's located right here. It's connected through the whole wiring itself. Just to make sure, you gotta make sure you clean this filter up at least once every 2 months. It depends on how much accumulating of dust and particles are coming in, so that's a maintenance. Also, once every year or 2 years, maybe get a technician to do the overflow of the actual fluids that it requires. Make sure it's running pretty properly, and also keep maintaining it. All right, so not just setting it up here like I did, it's also managing it, the whole thing. Now this whole setup, it opens up pretty quick. The doors actually snap in. I actually unlocked this place so you can see a little bit more further up. The ventilations is really great. The system goes up and down when you want to control the actual vents. And I'm going to show you some of the actual areas where it's actually going through the outside. Summer's here and everything's set up already. If you guys notice, that's the outside. I'm actually facing where the actual air conditioner is. I'm gonna put a little picture exactly where it comes out. The piping is set up already with the electrical. If you guys can see, the electrical goes in one direction. It goes into this box here, this junction box. I'm bringing the electricity from inside. I have water draining pipe. If you guys notice down there, it's if you got a PVC piping, goes down, it drains down to the water, and then it goes out to my actual area outside. And this unit itself, I blocked it because I do own a dog and he's biting everything. I don't want to get electrified or anything. I'm gonna set up a little shelter on it so I can continue to monitor it and also keep everything away from the actual fans where it's blowing the hot air out. Now, if you guys notice on the side panel here, I'm about maybe 1.5 feet and about 2 inches off the ground too. So the water that's draining won't affect the system itself. It gets flooded in here because I do have a pool here. If something ever happens with draining of the water, I'm not going to be worried about it because it's above the actual water line. So simple to set up? No. The question that I always get is, I would suggest you hire an electrician if you don't know anything about it, or maybe a professional air conditioner personnel, because it's going to take you some time unless you have those skills to set these up. I would suggest go ahead and do it. All right, so I actually placed the controller here, and the controller has a lot of functions. So I'm gonna show you some of the stuff right now. We had it in cool, right? We're gonna turn it on and we're gonna put it at 78, but I'm gonna lower it down so you guys can see. Right now this room is about 90 degrees, but we're gonna lower it down to 72 and let it run. Now you got a couple modes. You got cool, if you guys can see that. You got dry, so humidifier. Then you got heat if you want the heater, fan, and then auto. But right now we're gonna keep it in cool right now, and we're gonna set up. You could do eco drive, so it could be even quieter and save you some electricity. You could put timers to turn off in certain time. Swing is actually for that system to actually blow air in different directions. Turbo, extra sharp and fast. Look at this. And it's like super quiet even on that LED light. If you guys can see the LED light, I'm gonna turn it off, turn it back on, the LED light. And then, like I said, lots of modes. It has many modes. Clean, we could clean the system itself so it could blow the air out. Right now, we're gonna put turbo right now. We're gonna put turbo. If you guys notice, turbo's on, turbo's off, turbo's on right now. So we're gonna put turbo right now so it could cool this whole entire room really cool. Right now, this is loud. Not as loud as I thought it was gonna be, but that's as loud as it goes. And I'm gonna show you how loud it is. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys. That's how loud it is, and that's on turbo. All right, we're actually gonna lower it down right now so you could hear it at its slowest. All right, so the final thoughts on the actual air conditioner, it's really good. I actually enjoy it. It cools the whole entire room here, at least too much. You got to turn it up. I would put it at 77, 78 just to keep it just nice and cool. And then with the additional fan, it rotates, it circulates the actual air in here. So really worth the actual purchase. Instead of adding one in your window, it's best if you add it into your wall and you don't have to worry about any kind of issues having to go in and out the window, or maybe somebody breaking in. I mean, this is a great buy. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. 99.6 of you are not subscribers in my channel. I hope that the content helps you out and that you find it very useful. And I hope you hit the like and subscribe.